what shall I say?
When did you come to America?
I came to America in 1914.
Who was with you?
Who with?
Yeah.
Alone.
Alone?
Surely.
On the boat? You didn't fly.
On the boat I was very, very sick. They
Not
always,
nauseous?
they always threw me in the ocean. But then after, the nurses, the Norman, they took very good care of me. And instead of being like in the third class, they took me up to first class.
Not surprising.
And I met a lot of nice people. I met Ruth Chariton. I met Max Schmeling.
Oh, really?
I met I met a lot of people. And
Because she was sick,
the
they
whole
had heard it
boat
was
was
rumored
talking
that
that
there
there's
was a
a
sick girl,
girl
like
that's
yourself.
very sick.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot. That's the second trip that I made. That's
When you
the
met
second
Max.
trip that I made to
Okay,
Europe.
but what didn't you say that you were very sick and that the people that were in charge heard that there was a sick girl by herself and that's why they started to take care of you?
Yeah, everybody was talking that there's a girl that's very sick. Well, finally, when I got to Ellis Island, they were calling Miss Siegel, Miss Siegel. I didn't know who Miss Siegel is because our name is Miss Segal. Sometimes I went under the name of Yurkovich,
That's when she
and
was a spy.
then after it became Siegel, it's a whole story. I can't explain. But my name was supposed to be Yurkovich, so they cut away the York, the which, and they made it York. And that's the way Jerry carries his name, York.
Okay, so you got to Ellis Island, and who met you?
Who met
Oh,
you?
yeah. From Ellis Island. My sister and my aunt waited for me.
So your sister Clara and your
Then
aunt.
they took me out. They took me home. And my
Where'd they
aunt
take you? Where was
made
the
a
home?
party.
Where was this?
Huh?
Where was the home? In
Where the
Queens?
home?
And Bronx?
In
Where was it?
the Bronx.
I feel like culture
They,
shock.
they wanted to open a bottle of champagne, so I said, no, don't do it, it's a sin. Leave it alone for some other time. So they say, no, it's a party because you came from Europe. It's a long story too, because when
Yeah,
I
we want
think
that.
of it, it makes me cry.
Donna, ask
okay.
questions.
Oh, ask questions?
Yeah, move it along.
Okay.
So then when did you go for your first job? Where did you go for your first job?
What?
You had to get a job, right?
Oh, with a job. I was 2 weeks in the house. Then I bought the, paper where you get jobs.
The classified.
And I went in to New York. So a man showed me where the train is. So I went into the train, and he says, you seem to be new here. I said, yes.
Did you
said,
speak
"No."
English?
He said, no, don't talk to nobody. I said, I don't speak English. So he spoke to me a different English. So then there was a sign that they wanted a designer, a millinery. So I went on Fifth Avenue, I got off on Fifth Avenue, and I went to Lord Taylor's, and I said that I would like to get a job. So they said, what can you do? I said, in German, ich mach Hats, ich mach Hitte. So the boss said, we, like in English, we can't understand you. So he called his mother. He says, Mother, we have a problem here. We have a young lady that don't know how to speak English. And she happens to be Romanian. Well, I had had a very nice job for 5 years.
How much did you make a week?
$20.
Really? That's a lot of money then.
Yeah, but after it went up.
Yeah, that was a lot for that time.
When I went for a walk on Fifth Avenue, I used to see in every window my sample. So I used to say, my God, is that me? My boss said like this, I should go look for style. You know, so I went to look for style, and when I looked in the window, there was my sample in there. So I came back and I said, I saw all my hats over there. And I was begging my boss I should change the style. He said, no, make these hats as long as you can. If they wouldn't go in New York, we're going to send them to Chicago. We're going to send them all over. Oh, I had it very nice.
Yeah, that is nice. So what happened in 5 years? Did you get married in 5 years?
I worked for 5 years.
And then what happened?
What happened? I got engaged.
How
I
did you
got
meet
married.
him? How did you meet him?
Grandpa.
Nathan. Yeah.
Well, this is when I came to this country, you know, I went to a friend of the family to give them regards. And when I came in there, whom do I find but my husband? I says to him, I says, how do you come to America? Because the rich people didn't send their children to America. He says he didn't want to go into the army, so he came to America. But if I would have been in Europe, I have to have at least $50,000 for diary, because over here I got it for nothing.
Oh, so you knew him? You
Yes.
knew him
Yes.
before?
Huh?
You
Oh, I
knew him
knew
before?
when he was a young boy.
The family.
Oh.
We knew each other very well.
Oh.
So you saved yourself $50,000?
I used to say, and then
So where is it today?
you know,
Yeah.
I used to say, why don't you bring me a husband too? So he used to say, but you haven't got any money,
Oh.
you say to me.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
twice we got engaged.
Well, that's good to
Good.
know.
That's a good move. Yeah.
Twice we got engaged. He asked me if I want to be his girl. So I said, yes. I couldn't believe it. So he gave me the ring, you know. And I didn't have any money to make a party. So he says, oh, we don't need it. All right. And then one day I was sitting and reading the paper, you know, and I saw Nathan Abramowitz has to report to this and this and this number. You know, his number came out. He said, Nathan, you gotta go.
A World War
The
I.
draft. For the draft.
He didn't want to go
There.
Europe to the army. So
He
they-
got drafted here.
Yeah.
So then he says, you know what? After a couple of months, he says, you know what? Let's get married. I said, all right, let's get married. So we were walking in Central Park, the both of us, and we were singing songs, and he said, let's get married. I said, all right, let's get married. So it was near City Hall somewhere. So we went in for $2.50. We got married.
That same day?
$2.50.
Wow.
And he bought a ring there for $2.50 from the boutique shop. When we got married, and I told my aunt and my sister, what did you do? What did you do? Why did you get married? I said, well, I like the boy and he likes me, so I got married. And in the meantime, he had to go in the morning, he had to go away to Europe.
Really?
You know.
Now that's another movie.
But he